What is up, Earthnoids and Spacenoids? I am just a simple Newtype. We have concluded our coverage of Char's Counterattack, but we are only halfway through Beltorchika's Children. We started these projects at the same time, so it gives you an idea just how fast the pacing is in the movie. Last time, Quest stripped down and got in a mobile suit, and Amuro launched in the second wave. In this episode, Kyra is attacked by Graves, and Beltorchika tells Amuro that she is pregnant. So let's get into this. Bright begins the fourth wave of nukes. Amuro wonders if he should beeline it straight towards Axis or help the fleet. The Jagan pilots notice that Kyra has been overzealous since she switched to the Ragazi. Resin and the Gyaradoga team engages with Londo Bell. They make their push towards the Rock Kylum. Meanwhile, Quest is still trying to find the captain as she pilots the Alpha and the Nude. Graves tries to protect her, but she spots the captain and heads in his direction. Graves notices something heading towards Axis. It is nukes. He uses his funnels to block the attack. Quest meets up with Char and does her little flip into the Nightingale. Like the movie, she's more focused on Mesta being mean to her than the current battle at hand. He says that we'll do the training here. If she can experience all the terror on the battlefield without actually entering it, you are a true Newtype. Kyra has gone out too far and missed the rendezvous with Amuro. Graves gets a strong Newtype flash. He approaches Kyra in the Ragazi. The remote control on the turrets are out on the Rock Kylum. Beltorchika mans the turrets herself. She begins blasting and notes that none of them are shooting back. Something calls to her. She hears the words, Mama. Resin comes in and attacks the ship, but Beltorchika is able to get a direct hit on the Gyaradoga, taking out Resin. She wonders if it was her baby speaking to her. Meanwhile, Quest takes in all the emotion on the battlefield. This scene makes more sense in the movie once you realize he is testing her Newtype abilities. She says it feels like people are coming into me. We all feel a little awkward for a few moments and move past it just like the anime. Axis is continuing its course towards Earth. Kyra and Graves engage in battle. She is pushing herself too much. She transforms into mobile suit mode. Gyaradogas come in to help Graves and they begin toying with Kyra. That is when Amuro comes in to help. Graves realizes that there are two Gundams. This one must be the true Gundam pilot. Kyra gets out of her busted Gundam, but Graves grabs her. He wants Amuro to surrender. The Gyaradogas use the shock anchor on Amuro. Like the movie, Neo Zeon thinks that he is resisting. The funnels activate and Graves gives Kyra a good shake and crushes her. Quest is crying from all the pain on the battlefield. She wants Char to help Graves, but he says that delaying one's death doesn't help anyone. Axis begins decelerating as it gets closer to Earth. All mobile suits begin pulling back. Ashtonage is helping out on the deck when he is informed of Kyra's situation. Like the anime, he goes to Kyra. Unlike the anime, however, her body is quite mangled from being crushed and shaken, so they take her body away before Ashtonage can even see. He did see the whites of her eyes, however, and that was enough for Ashtonage to break down. Beltorchika becomes upset and Amuro gets furious. She yells out to Amuro to stop or he will hurt the baby. She finally tells him that she is pregnant. They begin prepping the final phase of the mission. Londo Bell intends to blow up Axis from the inside just like the movie. However, in this version, on top of nukes, Amuro plans on using New Gundam's Hyper Mega Bazooka launcher that will be attached to the Rock Kylum for extra power. They have to complete this plan before Neo Zeon reinforcements arrive from Luna 2. Meanwhile, Neo Zeon is on course for Axis to fall directly towards Mexico City. Mesta is concerned that Graves thinks he is losing Quest to the captain. They plan on putting both Quest and Graves on the front lines to motivate one another. Mesta doesn't approve of this. Graves meets with Quest and tells her that the captain is into young girls and that he is with Mesta, but his only love was a girl named Lala Soon during the 1-year war. Quest tells him to drop dead, runs away. Amuro preps the Gundam. Beltorchika brings him some food and drinks for his battle. Amuro goes from saying, I will surpass Char, to I will surpass Char and be the best father ever. Priorities, I guess. He believes that with his new baby and Beltorchika, he is undefeatable. He begins launching the new Gundam. They embrace one last time before he takes off. Amuro takes off on the High New Gundam. Technically, the High New is different from the new Gundam in the movie, so let's break this bad boy down. The RX-93-ν2 Gundam is the updated version of the new Gundam with the Psycho Frame added. This was of course designed by Anaheim Electronics, except for the Psychomu system, which was created by Amuro. The 6 fin funnels make it the first Newtype use Gundam. It is equipped with 60mm Vulcans, a machine gun, 3 beam sabers, a hyper bazooka, and a shield. What makes this different from the anime counterpart is the Hyper Mega Bazooka launcher. This is originally a Hyper Mega cannon designed for the Rock-Hyloom, but modified for Amuro to hold in a Gundam. It requires to be powered by the Rock-Hyloom itself and can blast through a battleship with ease. As much as I love the redesigned version for this manga, I really dig the purple colors of the original concept. Amuro launches with the Hyper Mega Bazooka launcher. Bright sends up Hathaway to right his will in case they all die. Hopefully, the Side 2 and Lunar 2 fleet will come to back them up. On Earth, Che-Men and Mirai are heading out on foot. They are going to start moving towards the sun. However, at that moment, the sun appears. They are also able to see Axis as well. Mesta goes to speak with Graves. He wants him and Quest to go on the front lines. He teases her by asking if beating the Gundam is easier than having sex with the captain and pisses her off. Quest comes onto the bridge to once again make the crew feel awkward by asking if she is a substitute for Lala. Yeah, the sucky part about this is that these guys probably survived the war and would be wishing for death after those levels of cringe. While calming her down, in the manga, she lets out that she wants to destroy a planet that gave birth to a woman who snatched away her father from her mother. She says the quiet part out loud. To her, this is a sophomoric and immature attempt to get back her father under the guise of helping Char. She wants the captain for herself, and Char stupidly indulges her fantasies to get her to pilot the Alpha. Char says to let Graves be her guardian. He heads out to the Nightingale, but before so, he goes to talk shit to Graves personally. In the anime, Char was very serious in this moment. However, in this manga, he is more playful. He tells Graves that if he protects her and they win, she will naturally be attracted to him. Char also tells him that Mesta is good in bed. What is happening? He smacks Grave in the ass and sends him on his way. Quest launches in the Alpha. She now has new intentions to be patient and wait it out. Char will surely want her when she is older. Oh, you poor insecure girl with daddy issues. Like the captain, she too chooses not to wear a helmet in the cockpit. Quest and Graves goes out and she instantly senses Amuro. On the Rey Lula, Char thanks Mesta for tricking Graves into fighting. She says that she didn't lie, she merely told him the truth. Char casually mentions to Mesta that he gave the Psycho Doga to Amuro and begins heading to the mobile suit deck. But she goes, no. What did you just say? Char repeats her words back to her, claiming he is merely telling the truth. She realizes that he plans on allowing Amuro to defeat him, simply to atone for his sins of polluting the earth. He says that he simply wants to fight on equal terms, and says that if he is defeated, Axis wouldn't succeed. They say their goodbyes. Meanwhile, outside of Axis, Musaka Cruiser 5 is awaiting the remaining nukes from Luna 2. They see a light glimmer in the distance. It is Musaka Cruiser 4. Graves and Amuro begin fighting on the battlefield. Amuro tells the Rock-Hyloom to send out the tube. The two begin battling with their funnels. He uses his funnels to create a beam interface wave, which is similar to an eye field. Graves notes that something is approaching. He thinks it is a beacon. Amuro is able to attach the tube to the Hyper Mega Bazooka and powers it up. Graves realizes that he plans on firing that on Axis. He goes in with another volley of funnels. Amuro uses his beam sabers to protect him. That is when Quest comes in to help. She destroys the tube. A group of support Jagans come in with a backup tube, but they keep getting taken out. They need more men. Hathaway is able to sense that Quest is close by. The voices in his head are too much for him to handle. He decides to take action. Beltorchika also decides to take action by getting into the broken Ragazi. Like Chan, Beltorchika is met with espionage who tries to prevent her from launching. She tells him that the baby inside her is telling her to help. Meanwhile, Hathaway is able to sense these thoughts and realize that Beltorchika is pregnant. As Beltorchika takes off, a missile comes down on the Rock-Hyloom, hitting Ashtonage. Unlike the enemy, Ashtonage isn't vaporized and is actually still alive. He is on his last breath, but alive. He calls out for Hathaway, but he is too focused on Quest. There are 2 other support soldiers there, But ultimately, Hathaway abandons a dying astronaut. Dick move, Hathaway. You don't fuck with astronaut. He goes to find a Jagan to pilot. He grabs a rifle from another Jagan and fires at the Gyrodoga. He flies off towards Axis. Meanwhile, Bright is informed that some dumbass pilot headed directly towards anti-aircraft fire. He says that he will deal with this dumbass later, not realizing that it is his son. Quest in the Alpha tries to use her funnels on Amuro once again, but he creates another beam interference wave. He is invincible as he powers up. Amuro takes aim and fires towards Axis. The shot happens to hit Musaka Cruiser 4. It blocked the attack from hitting Axis directly. In the movie, Amuro takes out a random Musaka without any context, so it comes off more like he took out some nukes. But here we see that it is a ship actually protecting Axis from destruction. Char heads out as he learns about the Musaka's destruction. He looks out to Earth as though looking at it for the last time. And that will do it for this episode. Rest in peace, Ashtonaj. Seeing them die 2 times in a week is rough. Ashtonaj is the guy you never mess with and everyone loves. I like that in the movie, they obviously needed something to act as Chan's baby, even though she wasn't pregnant, which explains the magical Psycho Frame flying off with the Psycho Wave. When you reverse engineer it like that, it really makes you wonder, even more so, why did they replace Beltorchika with Chan? Next time we will conclude Beltorchika's children. Beltorchika and her unborn Newtype baby will fight against Graves and Quest, while Amuro and Char meet on the battlefield. But that will do it for now, Newtypes. Remember, when in doubt, trust your unborn Newtype baby. I personally always listen to babies that are -6 months old. Peace.